Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya
नरसिंहदेव
Bhakta
आधे मनुष्य
Vrinda
आधे सिंह।
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vande Guru Nisha Bhakta Nisha Nisha Vatarakan Tat Prakasham Tatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sanyakam Vande Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaurudeye Pushpavanatau Chitrau Sandau Tamonadau Grantera Rambakori Mangala Charana Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinera Smarana Hoya Vigana Vinashana Anayasi Sapalija Vanchita Purana Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Sri Caitanya Caritamrita Adi Lila, chapter 6, entitled The Glories of Lord Sri Advaita Acharya. Advaita Harinadvaita Acharyam Bhakti Shamsanat Bhakta Avataram Tam Advaitam Acharya Ashraye. So we are talking about the glories of Dasya Bhava, or the mood of servitorship, how the great devotees like the gopis, the queens of Dwarka, Krishna's parents, everyone, highest to lowest, Hanuman, etc., even Baldev, even Sankarshan, Lord Shiva, Rudra, are all aspiring for the, the lotus feet, the service of Krishna's, irrespective of whatever rasa they may be in. So we read that, and we are now at text number 83. So we will move forward and read the next verse, which is text 83. Eka Krishna Sarvasevya Jagata Ishvara Arayata Sabatara Sevanu Sevaka Anuchara. Eka Krishna Sarvasevya Jagat Ishvara Arayata Sabatara Sevaka Anuchara. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Krishna, the one Master and the Lord of the universe, is worthy of being served by everyone. Indeed, everyone is but a servant of his servants. Hare Krishna. Let's try to remember this verse. Very nice, simple, and beautiful. Eka Krishna. Krishna is one and only, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Sarva Sevya, who is worthy of everyone's seva. In short, he is the supreme bhokta, he is the supreme proprietor, who is worthy of everyone's seva or being served by all. Sarva Sevya, Jagata Ishwar, Jagannath, Jagat Ishwara, Paramishwara, the supreme master of all masters. He is Jagat Ishwara. Or Yata Sabha. And rest everyone else. What is their position? Tara, they are his Sevak Anuchar. Sevak ke bhi Anuchar. Not just Sevak. We are not Krishna's servants. We are Sevak Anuchar. Anuchar means we are following their footsteps. Anu means follow. Chara. So we are following in their lotus feet or their footsteps. Chara. Eka Ishvara. Sarvasevya Jagata Ishvara Arayat sab tara sevak anuchara. Would someone like to recite and then try to memorize also?
এক সেকেন্ড প্রভুজি এক কৃষ্ণ সর্বসেব্য জগত ঈশ্বর আর যত সব তার সেবক অনুচর
Very good. Next, anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes, Manoj.
Eka Krishna Sarva Sevya Jagat Ishvara Narayata Sabha Tara Sevaka Nuchara. Hare
Very
Krishna.
nice. Anyone wants to try without seeing? Eka Krishna Sarva Sevya. Like try to do the expression. One Krishna, everyone is serving him, or is worthy of everyone's. Eka Krishna Sarva Sevya Jagat Ishvara, the supreme Jagat ke Ishwar. Arayata Sabha, referring to all of us. Arayata Sabha Tara Sevak Anuchar. Das Anudas. Sevak ke bhi Anuchar. Okay, would someone like to try this? Not very hard. Please try.
এক কৃষ্ণ সর্বসেব্য জগত ঈশ্বর আর যত সব তার সেবক অনুচর
Wonderful. There's also another beautiful verse which goes hand in hand with this. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasabha Bhritya Yaraya China Chai Se Taichakare Nritya. Right? Eka Ishvara. Ekala Ishvara Krishna. So similar verse. Arasabha Bhritya. Or Yata Sabha Tara Sevaka Anuchara. Very similar. Yes, anyone else wants to try?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I'll try.
Yes, Manoj, please.
Eka Krishna Sarvasebhya Jagata Ishvara Arayata Savatara Sevakanuchara.
Very well. Very well. Wonderful. Next, anyone wants to try?
Yes, Prabhuji, I like to try.
Please, yes.
Hare Krishna. এক কৃষ্ণ সর্বসেব্য জগত ঈশ্বর আর যত সব তার সেবা কানুচর
Excellent. Very well. Wonderful. Anyone else? Yes.
সর্বশিব জগত ঈশ্বর বাকি যত সব তার সেবক অনুচর
Baki or similar. Baki sab
Right.
arayata. Beautiful verse, right? Eka Krishna Sarvasevya Jagata Ishwar Arayata Sabatara Sevak Anuchar. So what we have to be? We have to become Sevak Anuchar. We have to become, this is our position, this is the thing which is really going to give us happiness. Sei Krishna Avatirna Chaitanya Ishvara Atayo Arasaba Tahara Kinkara. Sei Krishna Avatirna Chaitanya Ishvara Ataiva Arasaba Tahara Kinkara. That Krishna, it's a beautiful verse again. That same Krishna, Eka, we read that Eka Krishna, that Krishna Avatirna, he has descended. How? Chaitanya Ishvara, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That same Lord Krishna has descended as Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone therefore is his servant. Atevas, therefore, Atevas Arasabha Tahara Kinkara. Kinkar, Sevak Anuchara, similar words. Das, Dasanudas, they're all synonyms, right? Anyone wants to recite this verse also? Maybe if you can recite. Beautiful verse. Yes, Vasati Mata, do you want to try?
হরে কৃষ্ণ প্রভুজি ধন্যবাদ নমঃ কৃষ্ণ শ্রীলা।
should I read the text 84, Prabhuji?
You can read this and then move to the next one, just for our practice, right? Because it's
Okay.
beautiful words,
সেই
we should recite multiple times.
সেই কৃষ্ণ অবতীর্ণ চৈতন্য ঈশ্বর অতএব আর সব তাহারও কিঙ্কর.
Very nice. So, sometimes people ask, oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, see, another proof, right? Say Krishna, Avatirna, Chaitanya Ishu. That same Krishna descended as, right? There are multiple proofs, but this is again one of them. Yes, next, 85.
Text 85. কেহ মানে কেহ না মানে সব তার দাস, যে না মানে তার হয় সেই পাপে নাশ. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Some accept him whereas others do not, yet everyone is his servant. One who does not accept him, however, will be ruined by his sinful activities. Purport: when a living entity forgets his constitutional position, he prepares himself to be an enjoyer of the material resources. Sometimes he is also misguided by the thought that service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not absolute engagement. In other words, he thinks that there are many other engagements for a living entity besides the service of the Lord. Such a foolish person does not know that in any position he either directly or indirectly engages in activities of service to the Supreme Lord. Actually, if a person does not engage in the service of the Lord, all inauspicious activities encumber him, because service to the Supreme Lord, Lord Chaitanya, is the constitutional position of the infinitesimal living entities. Infinitesimal living entities. Because the living entity is infinitesimal, the allurement of material enjoyment attracts him, and he tries to enjoy matter, forgetting his constitutional position. But when his dormant Krishna consciousness is awakened, he no longer engages in the service of matter, but engages in the service of the Lord. In other words, when one is forgetful of his constitutional position, he appears in the position of the Lord of material nature. Even at the time, he remains a servant of the Supreme Lord, but in an unqualified or contaminated state. So it's a beautiful purport. So here, the living entity's constitutional position is the eternal servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna. So we, the living entity in this material world, we came here because we forget our relationship with Krishna, and we want to enjoy separately from Krishna, and that way all the material problems arises. So when through the devotional service, through the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, we are able to, our heart will awaken the Krishna consciousness through that process. So that's why devotional service is so important, so that our constitutional position, or we'll remember our constitutional position, and which is the service. We are the servant of the Lord Krishna. But Prabhuji, please correct me. That's my understanding. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. This is another beautiful verse, and it's very poetic too. Most of these verses are so poetic. Keha mani, koi manta hai. Some people believe. Keha na mani. Some people don't believe. In what? Or don't accept. Saba Tara Das. They are the servants of Krishna, or Lord Chaitanya. Je na mani. Tara hoy sei papinash. One who does not accept what is, he is basically ruining his own self by his own sinful activities. Krishna bholi se jeevan adir bahir mokh, atay maya tare de samsar dukh. When we forget Krishna, we get all the problems. Remembering Krishna, solution to all problems. So everyone is a servant of Krishna. Some know it, some don't know. Some are, as mentioned by Srila Prabhupada, even if at that time means when they are not fully cognizant, that means they're serving Maya, right? When they forget their constitutional position, that time also they are servant, but in an unqualified or contaminated state. So everyone is eternal servant of Krishna. So what is Bhakti Yoga process? To bring us from the state of contamination to light, or to real pure state, pure devotional service. Asato ma sat gamay, tamaso ma jyotir gamay, mrityo ma amritam gamay. From ignorance to light or knowledge, from darkness to light, from amrita, from mrityo to amrita. So this is Krishna consciousness. And how it happens? First of all, we have to accept that. We have to accept. So devotee accepts that I am Krishna's servant. Right? Dvau. Dvau sargalokesmin. Yes, one more verse coming to my mind. Yes, let me share that. Just Google it. Prabhupada used to quote this multiple times. Dvabhuto sargalokesmin asuram parthame shrinu daiva asuraiva daiva vistara. There are two types of people. Vishnu, Bhakta, Smrita, Deva. I think Vishnu, Bhakta, Smrita, Deva, and Viprita, Asura. Oh, okay, here. Yeah, this is the verse I was looking. Dvabhuto sargalokesmin deve vasure vacha Vishnu bhakta smrito deva asura tad viparyayaha. There are two classes of men in the created world. One consists of the demonic and the other consists of the godly. The devotees of the Lord Vishnu are godly, whereas those who are just the opposites are called demons. So quite similar here. We see that these are devotees, right? They accept that I am Krishna. Those who don't accept, they want to do things against the desire of the Lord, right? I mean, they're also serving, but in a conditioned state. Jena mane tara hoy sahi papanash. Paap se apna sarvanash. Now, this is not a fanatic system like sometimes people say, oh, those who don't believe in Krishna consciousness are doomed to hell. Like we are not propagating that. What is the message? That they will do their own ruination by their own sinful activities, right? We are not fanatic people. We encourage that don't do sinful activities. If you kill others, we will be tortured, which is a message in all the religions. So we're not saying, hey, if you don't take to Krishna consciousness, you are doomed eternally for hell. No, that's not what we say. But many people say like that outside another religions, right? That my way is the best way, my way is the highway. But what is in the message here is take to Krishna consciousness. Remember what is our real position. Accept that I am a servant of Krishna. Even I was referring to this is the Krishna book, the introduction, right? Or even before introduction, my George Harrison, everybody is looking for Krishna. Some don't realize that they are, but they are, right? So that means some they kiha na mane, right? They don't realize, they don't accept that they're eternal. Krishna is God, the source of all that exists, the cause of all that is, was, or ever will be. Unlimited and has many, many names. इह माने कि ह ना माने सब तारा दास, ये ना माने तारा होए सही पाप नाश, उसका नाश हो जाता है. So, for our own good, we must accept. We must accept that we are the das. And when we accept that, when one who understands, then they become his devotee. Manmana bhav mad bhakto. Because otherwise, what's the use of just saying, oh, I'm Krishna's servant? Right? Getting the word das or verbally saying it very easy. But putting in practice, not that easy. The mood of Krishna's servant. A servant is always thinking about the master. A genuine servant, a pure servant. Will this please my master? Will this displease my master? Genuine servant, like Hanumanji, is always thinking, will this help Lord Ram? Will this please Lord Ram? If not, I won't do that. And if it will, I'll be very enthusiastic to do it. So whenever we have doubts, we should ask, will it please Prabhupada? Will it please our acharyas? Will it please Krishna? Then we must be very enthusiastic to do that. And if we think it's not, then we must not do that. That's a das. And if you're not sure, then we must ask. Any thoughts, comments here in these few verses? '86. Next.
Hare Krishna. Can I read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. All praise to Srila Prabhupada. Text number 86. Chaitanya Radhasa Muni, Chaitanya Radhasa, Chaitanya Radhasa Muni, Tan Radha Se Radhasa. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya. It's servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya and a servant of his servants. Haribo. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. I think for those who are from the non-Bengali background, I think Bhaswati Mataji taught me this, so I'm grateful. Thank you, Mataji. So when we are reading this word, we say it's like the N is silent, right, Mataji? Mui.
Yes, mui.
Chaitanya Radas Mui, Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radas Mui, Dasiranu Da. Sorry, Tara Dasir. Chaitanya Radas Mui, Tara Dasir Das.
Is it Tara or Tanra? N is silent, Prabhuji? Or there also?
Tar, Prabhuji. Tar means when we show respect. So in Bengali, there are two tar. One tar means regular people, but when we show respect, then we put that, it's called Chandrabindu. On the top, you see Toyaka Ra. So, and there is a Chandrabindu. It's called tar. Means we are showing respect. Tar.
Tar. So N is silent, right, Mataji?
Yeah.
Yes, tar.
So in both, even for Mui and
Mui.
Tar, both.
Tar. Yes.
Okay, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
So this is a nice, easy verse. I think everyone can memorize it. Let's do it. Let's recite it maybe a couple of times, and you can offer this in your daily prayer. You can offer this by greeting the deities. So it's such a nice prayer. To Lord Chaitanya, right? Chaitanya Radas Moi, Chaitanya Radas, Chaitanya Radas Moi, Tara Dase Radas. Okay.
Probably that is Dasa or Das?
Where? The first one?
Last one.
Das. Das.
Das or dasa?
Das.
Okay, so A is silent over there.
So,
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Mhm.
if there's a line on the top of the A, there is A, and there's no line, there is O.
Yeah, this hyphen, this dash.
Da, and the next one, O. So, dash.
Das. Okay.
Das. Yeah. That goes for other like Sanskrit also. I think that is similar. Like how this word is, yeah, similar to how we do in Sanskrit, like das. But the special thing which I didn't know before, and the Bengali Vaishnavas shared with me, that it's mui, right, or tara. So the emphasizing the A here and not emphasizing the A here. Let's recite it a few times so it will get deeper in our heart and memory. And try to remember it also, since it's repetition here, a lot of repetition. Anyone wants to recite?
I can
Chaitanya dash moi, Chaitanya dash, Chaitanya dash moi, tar dasher dash.
Very nice. Yes, next.
চৈতন্যের দাস মুই চৈতন্যের দাস চৈতন্যের দাস মুই তার দাসের দাস
Very nice. Round 2 without seeing. Anyone?
I can do that. চৈতন্যের দাস মুই চৈতন্যের দাস চৈতন্যের দাস মুই তার দাসের দাস
Very nice.
Chaitanya dash moi, Chaitanya dash, Chaitanya dash moi, tar dasher dash.
Very nice. Anyone else?
Prabhuji, I can try.
Yes, Mataji.
চৈতন্যের দাস মই চৈতন্যের দাস চৈতন্যের দাস মই তার দাসের দাস
Yes. When you're greeting the deities, you can offer this prayer. And singing from the heart, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I'm your servant, Chaitanya Radhas Moi Chaitanya. Again, why is being like this thing, like three, the first three are the same, right? Chaitanya Radhas Moi, Chaitanya Radhas. Chaitanya Radhas Moi. So three times. Why is it repetition? Because the tendency of the conditioned soul is very deep rooted to become the master. Right? It's very deep rooted in my heart. I want to be glorified. I want name, fame, position, wealth, followers, this, that. The mind is so corrupted from millions of lifetimes. So we have to repeat. Therefore, we bow down, we circumambulate the deities, devotees. We'll see. Because our tendency to become the center is very deep rooted. Therefore, you have to keep Krishna as the center, Tulasi Devi as center, Vaishnava as center, Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada as the center. Chaitanya Radhas Moi Chaitanya Radhas Chaitanya Radhas Moi Tar Dase Radhas. Everyone, you can memorize it, please. Everyone has to memorize. Everyone, please sing.
Chaitanya Re Das Moi Chaitanya Re Das Chaitanya Re Das Moi Tare Das Re Das.
Very nice.
চৈতন্যের দাস মুই চৈতন্যের দাস চৈতন্যের দাস মুই তার দাসের দাস
Very nice. Wonderful. Yes, Poli Mataji.
চৈতন্যের দাস মুই চৈতন্যের দাস চৈতন্যের দাস মুই তার দাসের দাস
Vivo. Very nice. Yes, Shitla
May I,
Mataji.
Prabhuji?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Chaitanya Das Moi, Chaitanya Das, Chaitanya Das Moi, Tara Dasaranu Das.
Very nice. You added the word dasir anudas. That's also fine. Sometimes I also mix because of that dasir anudas. Yeah, that's also appropriate. And of course, we don't have to concord, but it's not like Prabhupada Das Moi, Prabhupada Das, Prabhupada Das Moi, Dasiranu Das, or Tara Dasera Das, right? Again, we're not like kavis to make verses, but understanding the mood and the mission, if it aligns, it's absolutely fine, right? Mm. Like it's like a prayer. You can write a prayer in Bengali, you can write a prayer in Hindi, you can write a prayer in English, if it aligns with our Vaishnava philosophy. Mm. We are the servant of Lord Chaitanya, we're the servant of Prabhupada, we're the servant of mm, Krishnera Das Moi, Krishnera Das, Krishnera Das Moi, Tara Dasera Das, right? Guru Das Moi, Guru Das, Guru Das, Tara Dasera Das. See? Mm. We can, you know, the mood is the same, right? Dasir Das. So everyone please try to 6.86. Adilila 686. It's always good to remember references also. As Prabhupada encouraged that. So 686. Adilila. Everyone good? Memorized? Okay, let's move further. 87. Anyone who has not recited or read verse today?
I can read Prabhuji. Arjun devotees don't pranam. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. এত বলি নাচে গায় হুঙ্কার গম্ভীর ক্ষণেকে বসিলা আচার্য হইয়া সুস্থির Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Srila Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Saying this, Advaita Prabhu dances and loudly sings. Then at the next moment he quietly sits down. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
So who is singing this verse? Advaita Acharya, right? Singing this means the one which we Etaboli, right? He said these. He's dancing. Chaitanya Radasamoi, Chaitanya Radas. He's dancing, right? So like when we should go into the Lila, who is singing? What are they doing? He's dancing loudly, hunkar, not just Chaitanya. Like when we chant Harina, we should chant, especially like public kirtan, we should, it should be from the heart and from with great joy that anyone who sees feels, wow, these devotees are so happy. They're always enthusiastic, chanting, Eta boli nache gai, nacho gao, hunkara gambhira, hunkar, like a lion roar, these loud vibration. Lion ki hunkar, right? Like a tiger, like a lion, we should roar the sound vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and dance and chant, nache gai with raised arms. Sometimes you would be gambhira, right? Deep, with great gravity. And at the next moment, Shaneke, in that very moment, he'll sit down. And Haina Susthira, very patient, Sthirojan. So again, symptoms of ecstasy. At one moment, like they are in deep meditation of the pastimes. At one moment, singing, chanting, dancing, and the next moment, sitting quietly. So these are the emotions of great souls. Prabhupada, sometimes he would be very grave, right? Just sit silently, quietly. And the next moment, he could be dancing up and down, encouraging everyone. Next. Anyone? Was not read?
Prabhuji, I can.
Yes, please.
Text 88. Mana mula Shri Balarame Se Bhave Anugata Tara Ansagane. Translation: the source of the sentiment of servitude is indeed Lord Balaram. The plenary expansions who follow him are all influenced by that ecstasy. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So we're talking about the Bhakta Abhiman, right? Bhakta Abhiman, the mood of servitorship. Hmm. To think oneself a devotee. So many verses, like all the previous last 5, 10 verses we have been covering, or even further, many examples we covered, talking about this Bhakta Abhiman. Hmm. The joy of servitorship, right? Even the joy of Brahmananda cannot be, millions of times of joy of that cannot be compared to a drop. Hmm. Hmm. Na tar ek bindu, right? Remember the verse? Hmm. Koti Brahma Sukha nai tar ek bindu. Bhakti Abhimana Sukha. Who's the mool? The mool or the origin, the root, the chief is Balramji, Sri Balaram. Hmm. Say bhavi anugat. Where the word anu comes, it's like anu pashyati, anu kraman, anugaman, anu anuchar, right? It's not anugata. Anugata means those who go behind him or they're like following him, right? So we are anugat, anuchar, rupa, anugaman, same. We're called rupa anuga or prabhupada anuga. Tara Amshegana. All it is. So basically, they are his part and parcel. The mood, the chief is Lord Balram. Tara Avatara Eka Shri Sankarshan Bhakta Boli Abhimana Kare Sarvashan. Lord Sankarshan, who's one of his incarnation, always consider himself a devotee. So Sankarshanji is the incarnation of Balram, who is considered himself a devotee. Okay. Next, 90. Who would like to read this?
I can read Prabhu.
Yes.
Text 90. তার অবতার আনো শ্রীযুত লক্ষণ শ্রীরামের দাসতিহ কইল অনুক্ষণ. Translation by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Another of his incarnations, Lakshmana, who is very beautiful and opulent, always serves Lord Rama.
Very well. So now in this last or second last section of chapter 6 till text 112, there is mention of so many incarnations, starting with the chief, Balram, Sankarshan, and then Lakshmana, right? All were aspiring for what? Bhakta Abhiman, the mood of servitorship. We know how Lakshmana, 14 years, gave up the royal kingdom. He was not supposed to be going to the forest. The punishment or his father didn't say. He chose to. See, bhakti is voluntary service. We can learn from Lakshmana. He could have been in the royal kingdom. He could have been with his family, wife, mothers, etc., etc. But he said, wherever Lord Ram is, I'm there. He gave up the royal kingdom, royal food, royal dress, royal everything to serve his master, Sri Ramchandra. That's Lakshman. Didn't sleep, didn't eat for 14 years. Not 14 minutes, not 14 hours. At day of Ekadashi, 14 hours fasting may seem to be like 14 years. But he didn't eat, sleep, or Nirantara, eternal serving, without cessation. That's Lakshman, right? Always serving Lord Ram. So we'll read about many incarnations. We have already read about so many examples. Now we are reading about more about incarnations. Let's see further. Yes, Shrima Mataji, you want to read?
Sure, Prabhuji.
91.
সংকর্ষণ অবতার সরনাম বিষয় তাহার হৃদয়ে ভক্ত ভাব অনুযায়ী Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Sujal. The Vishnu who lies on the causal ocean is an incarnation of Lord Shankarshan, and accordingly the emotion of being a devotee is always present in his heart. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Karna Abdishai. Karno Dakashai Vishnu. Same. Karna means, Karna Abdishai. Karna. Cause. The causal ocean. Not sometimes, I also used to do that in the beginning. Call it casual ocean. It's not casual, it's causal, like cause, sarva karana karanam, the cause of all causes. So that becomes causal. So karana abdishai, abdi is ocean. उसमें जो शयन कर रहे हैं, that's karana abdishai Vishnu, or he is the incarnation of Sankarsana. What is his heart? Tara Hridaya Bhakti Bhav Anuyayi. Anuyayi coming from the same. And who understands the mood, the emotion of being a devotee. So Bhakta Avataram Isham Tam. So his heart, all these personalities, all these incarnations, their heart is Bhakti Abhiman or Bhakta Bhav, Bhakta Avatar. Different words used, but the essence is the same. That the mood of servitorship. तार प्रकाश भेद अद्वैत आचार्य काया मनोवाक्य तार bhakti sada karya. Advaita Acharya is a separate expansion of him. He always engages in devotional service with his thoughts, words, and actions. So beautiful. So Advaita Acharya's expansion of Mahavishnu or Karunadakshaya Vishnu is a separate Prakash. So Bheda Prakash. And what is it doing? Kaya, mana, vakya, body, mind, and words. BMW. Kaya is body, mana is mind, and vakya is words. So with this body, mind, and words, sada karya. He's always doing the bhakti karya. Always. That means devotional service. Bhakti karya is devotional service. That's the main duty. That's the main. We're all doing so many karya. Right? Akarma, vikarma, karma, good activities, bad activities. But if you're not engaging our body, mind, and words in Krishna's service, if it is not bhakti, then it's either good or bad. It'll give good reaction, bad reaction. Ultimately, either we'll go up or down and we'll keep suffering in this material world. So, bhakti is the art of transformation of actions into inaction or akarma. Then it's devotional service. Then it's not going to bind us, rather that's going to free us from all the material cycle. Can anyone share some proof of that or some verse to prove that? Any verse you can think of? Very, very famous verse from the Bhagavad Gita. There are many, many verses, but this comes to my mind at this moment. Let's read this. Anyone? Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Who has not read, or you can do seconds also, that's fine. Anyone wants to read this verse?
I can read Prabhuji.
Hare
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Bhagavad Gita 3.9. Yagyarthat karmano yatra lokayama karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction, and in that way, you will always remain free from bondage.
Hari. Isn't this linked to this verse? That how we are great devotees, they are doing sada bhakti karya. With body, mind, and words. The sannyasis have these 3 sticks, 3 dandis. That's also kaya, vacha, manasa. So, yagyart karmanonyatra. When we do activities, yagya, Vasudeva Paramakha, for the Supreme Vasudeva, Krishna, then it will lead to Mukta Sangha. We'll be free from all the worldly contamination. But if we do activities, lokoyam karma bandhana, anyatra activities, that means other activities, they are binding. Karma bandhan, karma ke bandhan mein bind karenge. But tad artham means, tad here means for him or for Krishna, for Lord Vishnu here. Krishna is saying this. So he's saying the activities done for the pleasure of Vishnu or Krishna, karma konteya, O Kunti Putra, that should be the activities we should do. That will lead to liberation or back home, back to Godhead. Other activities, anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha, bandhan mein डाल देंगे, cause of bondage in this world. So we have to do. We cannot stop, moving our hands, legs, mouth, right? Body, mind, words. We have to use it. If we don't use them, what's the use? We'll use it in wrong things. We'll end up using it anyways. So if we don't engage in the higher taste, then we'll indulge in the lower things. And the lower things will lead to bondage. The higher taste or bhakti sada bhakti karya will lead to back home. This is a bhakti bhav. So engaging body. What does bhakti means? Active involvement of senses. So yes, it is an emotional state also. But emotions must be expressed through actions, through body, mind, and words. Right? Is it not? If someone loves or someone wants to express their care, their attention, what will we do? Won't we maybe call that person or visit that person, or maybe take a gift for that person, or maybe do something that that person needs to show that we care, to show our love, to show our appreciation, whatever, right? Based on time, place, situation. So similarly, to show our love for Krishna, we have to engage our body, mind, words in his service. And if we can do that always, then it is for our own good. Otherwise, the mind and senses are very fickle. They will wander in different senses, the mind, right? Any thoughts? Any comments? Okay, 93, next. Anyone?
I can read Prabhu. বাক্য কয়ে মুই চৈতন্যের অনুচর, মুই তার ভক্ত, মনে ভাবে নিরন্তর. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada ki jai. By words, he declares, I am a servant of the Lord Chaitanya. Thus, with his mind, he always thinks, I am his devotee. देखो Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Wow. So beautiful verse. So, Kaya, Mana, Vakya. He's engaging these, correct? Now, the next verse tells how is he engages? Through his words. Vakya kahe moi Chaitanya anucha. We just read Chaitanya Radas moi Chaitanya Radas. Chaitanya Radas moi Taradase Radas. Or Anuchar, Das, same thing. Kinkara, oh, the Das, same the word, synonymous words. Based on the flow, the words are used differently, but the meaning is the same. So, मुंह से बोल रहे हैं, वाक्य, right? So we can also follow in the footsteps. So with our words, we should always speak this, that we are eternal servant of Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What about the mind? मोई तार भक्ता मने भाव निरंतर. So beautiful. मन में ऐसा भाव होना चाहिए. कैसा भाव? That I am nirantar, continuously. That I am मोई तार भक्ता. I am the servant of Lord Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. This should be the mood. This should be the heart. This should be the always going on in our mind and heart. Again, I'm saying it what Aditya is. So if we want to become pure soul, this is our mood. This is at the heart of the devotee. Chaitanya Caritamrita is telling us, like Prabhupada, anytime, he may be giving a class, he may be traveling, he may be doing worldwide preaching, but Moi Tara Bhakta, I'm your servant Krishna. मन में ऐसा भाव होना चाहिए. मोहि तार दास मने भाव निरंतर. Not just on Sunday evening, not just when I see devotee, then my bhav changes. No, that means that's not my bhav. You have to practice. I mean, it may not be spontaneous, especially for me, but we have to remember. First we say in the mouth, then it will get to the senses, then in the heart, just to penetrate. Another meaning, another like thing which we can learn here, devotees, they live without pretending. जो मुंह से बोल रहे हैं, हृदय में वही भाव. What he's speaking, he's feeling that in his heart too. Right? मोहि चैतन्य रदास, मोहि भक्त भाव, मोहि तार भक्त, मने भाव निरंतर. ऐसा नहीं कि मन में कुछ और चल रहा है, मन में think रहा, when will this class get over? When will this, I get rid of this program? And outside, Hari Bol, Danvat Pranam, all glories to you. I'm your eternal servant. Man mein, I'm thinking, this person is full of problems, right? This, or when will the class get over? Outside saying, oh Prabhuji, your class was amazing. So in short, we should try to be Kayena, Vacha, Manasa, try to be one. It's not easy, but this is what Advaitacharya is teaching us. He had complete in his mind, not thinking something else. Moi Chaitanya Anuchara, Tara Bhakta, or Moi Chaitanya Bhakta, same thing, right? Moi Tara, so it's basically Moi Chaitanya Bhakta also we can say, because one is like adjective, right? When the word has come, do not repeat that word, is used Tara, right? Moi Chaitanya Anuchara, Moi Chaitanya Bhakta, Moi Tara Bhakta, Moi Tar Anuchara, whatever we may say, the ऐसे Moi Tara Dasa, मने भाव निरंतर. तो मन में ऐसा भाव चल रहा है. This should be the mood of a devotee. Not, see, speaking in the mouth is not hard, but thinking, feeling that from the heart, that's because Krishna sees that. Others may not be able to see क्या चल रहा है मेरे heart में किसी को, right? Can Ravi Prabhu tell what's going on in my heart? Unless he has some special siddhis. He will see, oh, what Shrivilas Prabhu, oh, giving nice class. But the heart is so polluted, corrupted. So we have to, bhakti is the process of transformation of heart. Not just memorizing verses. That anyone can do, parrot can do. correct? The sound system can sing nice kirtan, right? Nice, perfect voice, no sore throat, right? But so you have to mean it. Moi Tara Bhakta, Moi Tara Das, निरंतर यही भाव, ये भाव हमें डेवलप करना है. मने भाव, मन में, हार्ट में. एंड एट सम पॉइंट जो अंदर होता है वही बाहर आता है. Especially in tough circumstance. If someone squeezes us, if you squeeze orange, what will come? Orange juice. If you squeeze lemon, lemon juice. Squeeze mango, mango juice. So if Krishna is, if that bhav is there in our heart, no matter in what circumstances, good or bad, we will not forget Krishna. We will not forget the, the mood that we are eternal servant. And if we are eternal servant, we will not do anything which a servant would not do. We will not speak anything which a servant should not speak. We will not act in a way a servant should not act. Moi Chaitanya Das, Moi Tara Bhakta. And so devotee has to always be cognizant and carefully remember that. Moi Tara Bhakta. I'm the servant. Very beautiful verse. Vakya kohi moi chaitanya anuchar moi tara bhakta mani bhave nirantar. Did you like it? I don't know. Your audio is off, cameras. Any thoughts, comments? Let's do the last verse, and then we'll pause. What was he doing by his activities? So we discussed the words, we discussed the mind or heart. Let's do the body. Kaya, Mana, Vakya. Anyone? 94? And then we'll pause.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read. Verse 94. जला तुलसी दिया करे कायता से बाना भक्ति प्रचारिया सब तारी लभुबाना. Translation by His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. With his body, he worshipped the Lord by offering Ganges water and tulsi leaves, and by preaching devotional service, he delivered the entire universe. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Haribo, Haribo. Shri Acharya Prabhu ki jai. Jala tulsi diya. Jal or tulsi. Tulsi, jal, water, Ganga water, and tulsi leaves. Diya. Kisko diya? Bhagwan ko diya, right? He offered to Krishna. Worshipped the Lord. Kare kayata sevana. That's how he used his kaya. Sevan, Krishna seva. भक्तिर प्रचारिया सब तारिलिया भुवन. सारे पूरे ब्रह्मांड में, पूरे भुवन में, if it was not for Advaita Acharya, how will Lord Chaitanya appear? If it was not for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how will the message go into every town and village? And if it was not for Prabhupada, how will the Western world, Paschat Desha Tarine, how will the Paschat Jagat be delivered? So ultimately, Advaita Acharya put the seed. He did prachar by inviting Lord Chaitanya and his associates. Sabha. So this is how the mood of a devotee. So use the body to serve Krishna. Primarily, chant the holy names. We have discussed that, right? Except we are devotee. Always remembering I'm a servant in the heart. That will help us improve all our service. I'm a servant. While cooking, remember that. Book distribution, remember I'm a servant. Prasad distribution, Harinam, chanting, home program, festival. I am servant. Man mein ye bhav hona chahiye. I am servant. I am not, we may have some position like, book distribution coordinator, prasad distribution coordinator, home program leader, bhakti vriksha leader. All these positions might be there for practical purposes, right? He's managing accounts, he's managing book distribution, she's managing festival, etc., etc. But the mood is same, that I am Krishna's eternal servant. Man mein ye bhav hona chahiye. And then whatever we will do, even if we make mistakes, Krishna will forgive. But if the mind is corrupted, if the heart is corrupted, then even if we act externally very kind, it will be a problem. Right? If the mind is heart is pure, knowingly, unknowingly mistakes happen, Krishna says, I'll forgive. Because the devotee was not intending to make mistakes genuinely. Jala tulasi diya. So offering water, tulasi leaves, bhakti ra prachar, sabha bhavana tarila. Sabha tarila bhavan. पूरे वर्ल्ड को डिलीवर कर दिया नाम बिना किछु और नहीं 14 भुवन मांझे भुवना. Okay, beautiful verses, right? Today we covered. It's extraordinarily amazing verses, sharing the heart of Lord Advaita Acharya and so many other incarnations. What are they doing? What are they feeling? What are they using their body, mind, and words? Any thoughts, comments, reflections still in these last 10-15 verses we covered today? The 94. Any comments, thoughts, questions? No comment?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, very nice verses and also very nicely explained. We can with some of verses we can meditate often Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Amazing Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji. Yes, absolutely. That's why we read. That's why we read. We're here to meditate on that, right? Like cow grabs the food and then jugali karti hai, regurgitates, to assimilate that nectar. So we should meditate on the meanings. If we like a few verses, we can remember, offer it in our daily prayers. Pray to Krishna. Lord Advaitacharya, I want to also develop the same bhav in my mind and my heart. Often my mind is so corrupted, it wants to get this and get that and this. I want just to be your servant. This I want to develop. Sometimes I speak very nice things, but I'm not able to develop that in my heart. Please help me. Krishna will listen. Very nice. Any other thoughts?
Prabhuji, I have one question. So in case in our house there is no food for Krishna, so we can also offer jal and tulsi to him and do worship. Then we can do puja. Just want to know.
Yes, you can certainly start with the jal and tulsi, and you can also do some fruits, nuts. And is there any reason you don't or you're not able to offer like bhoga, like
Oh,
food?
no, it's because, sometimes my husband also travels, so, he won't be able to do puja the way he do it at home. So in case he carries tulsi, water, so it's easier. That's why I just had a question for that.
So are you talking about normal like routine or
Not
are you talking about travel routine?
traveler.
Yes.
As a travelers, can he do that? Is it okay?
So you're offering bhoga at home currently,
Yeah.
non-travel days. You're offering bhoga, offering water, offering tulsi, you're doing that, right?
Yeah, nuts, fruits, yes.
Okay, nuts, fruits. Okay, nice. So during the travel, yeah, absolutely. There's like a small traveling altar, like just a picture one can take with Krishna, wherever one is staying, whether it's Airbnb or a friend's house or like a hotel, one can put on a table like that small altar or a picture of Krishna, or even in the phone, right? Even if one does not have, one can just meditate on the phone, just and water, wherever we go, water is available. We can take a cup, disposable cup, any cup, offer to Krishna. Fruits are available easily whichever city we go. We can buy some fruits, some apple, banana, orange, whatever, right? We can offer and then take as prasad. And we can take some dry tulsi leaves from home during travel days. We can offer those if possible. Or if we can get some flowers from nearby, if time and circumstance allow, that's also nice. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. So I think water, fruit, tulsi is available anywhere we go. Any city, any traveler can easily get it, especially in this country, It's not hard to get those things within like, 5-10 minutes from any place, or maybe max like 20 minutes, maybe there will be a grocery store to buy some water, to buy some fruits. Anywhere you are, any part of the world, or sorry, any part of US at least, within max, I would say some people may have like 5-10 minutes, some may have like 20 minutes. So there will be some grocery store. So, or if that's also not feasible, take some nuts from home, dry nuts. One can offer that, dry fruits, nuts, and yeah, Krishna is basically Bhavagrahi. So do the best in that situation. And gradually Krishna will give the intelligence to do more.
Mhm. I got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Today is a wonderful day of Ekadashi, so sorry we're a little over, but I hope you will be okay with that and tolerate me and my shortcomings and forgive me for being a little over time. So we will pause here and continue tomorrow with the next verses. So I hope that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, those who are not able to join at 4:30 are reading at their leisure or hearing the recordings. Everything is being posted. I highly encourage to stay, on pace, because these are very nectarian verses. You don't want to miss a day or two. Okay. We'll pause here. Shri Chaitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai, Shri Advaitacharya ki jai, Jagadguru Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Madhav Tithi Ekadashi Tithi ki jai, Dai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.